Today we have a very shocking video for you. We're talking about our electricity situation because it's kind of interesting, and Yvonne's going to explain what I mean by that.
By situation. As you know, we are living in a very old house. It's over 200 years old. The electricity is not that old, but it is old. And yeah, not really up to date. It's not of the 21st century, I would say. And yeah, that comes with a few small issues and challenges, I would say. We luckily were able to connect to the power right when we moved here. We had somebody help us with that. We actually have a really modern meter on the outside of the house where we have to take the readings, but it doesn't really
translate into the house.
Exactly, yeah, that modern feel that we have outside, not so much inside. Let me tell you why. So our breaker box has space for a lot of breakers, but they're only using 4. They only start to use 4. And those 4 really cover a lot of, well, the entire house, really. 4 breakers on the entire house. And if you've seen our house tour, you know how big this house is. So that's the first issue. Now, we are currently only using 2 of the breakers. 1 for the side that we're mostly living in, and then 1 breaker for this area. And the issue that we are having is that the sockets are very old, the plugs are very old, and the flow of the power that goes through the cables isn't very consistent, I would say, because sometimes the light that we have in our living/bedroom flickers. It's like, ooh, spooky, spooky. It's not very consistent. And when we discovered that the other room where we have our temporary kitchen in also has a light, we started using that, and then it was more of the flickering. And one night, wasn't only flickering, we could also hear it. So we could hear the power go through the cords, the cables basically, and that's when we quickly ran to the box and turned everything off to see what was going on. Maybe you can add on to what you did then. Yeah,
so there was a power surge. I'm not sure why, but we could hear it surging down the power lines, basically the cables. It was like zzz, and then the lights flickered really bright, and then like we thought the whole box was gonna blow up. Luckily it didn't, and like she was saying, we have too many rooms on 1 or 2 breakers. So that whole side of the house, which is the bedrooms and the bathrooms and the attic and the basement, was all on 1 breaker. And that's what caused the surge. There's just too much on there. So if we have a couple of lights, or if we're running, you know, an air fryer or something, because we bought ourselves an air fryer recently, it just is too much, and it was causing it to surge. So after the night that it all surged, I went and did a little bit of work and cut some of the wires. So now it's only on 1 or 2 bedrooms, like the 2 rooms that we actually use. And that kind of brings us to today's sponsor, which is ALLPOWERS. We're really excited because they sent us a power bank, I guess you'd call it. It's battery. A portable battery that can be charged on solar. And let me show you how excited I was opening it up. The partner of this video, ALLPOWERS, sent us a power station, and I'm really excited. I've been wanting one of these for, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 years, but there was never a need where we used to live. But now that we're on a farm and I have like power tools and stuff, I'm pretty excited. Plus, our electricity has been kind of iffy. I'm sure you've seen it in the video. So we're going to open this up and take a look at this power station because they sent it to us. And like I said, I'm really excited to see what it looks like and then to get it on, turn it on. And this company is ALLPOWERS. I have the link in the description down below. So, got a little booklet. I'll have to read that. We have some power cords. That's good. Nice packaging. Set that back there. And I got a battery station. Look at it. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it already. Okay. So it has a wireless charging spot for your phone. You could charge your phone up here. It has a light. It should have a light. I think this is the light here. Yeah, it says light. And then you have the different settings. You can charge it by solar panels. They actually sent us solar panels also. And you can charge it from your grid. And then you can take this around and use it. I can't wait to plug it in and try it. As you can see, I was really excited to get this product. I've been wanting one of these for a really long time, but at our old house, it didn't really make a lot of sense. So you can see that it's a kind of battery bank that you can run all kinds of things on, and we'll show you that later. But let's talk about our next story and why we're excited to have some alternative power.
Yes. So on this side of the house, we also have electricity. As you can see right next to me, we have a light here. And on the outside of the house, there's also electricity.
Live wires.
Yeah, live wires apparently. Because back in the day when people were living here, they had light fixtures on the outside of the house, which is quite normal. But those light fixtures have been removed, but the cables were not removed and not closed off, so to say. So one night, when there was a big storm raging and lots of rain, we were in this room actually. Can't remember exactly what we were doing.
We were looking for leaks, actually, because our roof is...
we have a few spots.
Yeah, we have a few spots. So we were running up and down looking for leaks to put some buckets or just to see where this house is leaking. And that's when
we saw through this window here by the door sparks at the outside of the house. Because the rain was hitting the house and hitting the electricity cable that is coming out of the door where a light was. And we saw a whole bunch of sparks coming.
Yeah, I looked outside and I thought it was lightning, but it was going too fast. And I was like, it can't be lightning. And I looked up and I saw the light fixture and I was like, oh, Yvonne! Oh, Yvonne, quick!
Turn everything off again!
But luckily I was able to cut that wire also, so there's no power going, at least to that socket outside.
Yes. So yeah, that's the current situation.
The current situation.
But before you all get real worried, we are monitoring things really well. We barely have anything directly plugged into any plugs. We only have 3 lights on.
At any given time, really.
Yeah, but not even at the same time. And when we leave the house and at night, we turn off all the power because that just feels safer, and I think it is also safer.
Yeah, we turn it off at the breaker, which actually brings us back to our sponsor. Now that we have this little portable battery, which is pretty good actually. You were able to charge your laptop on it.
Yeah, and my phone.
And your phone. We've been able to charge our phones, been able to charge our laptop. It didn't handle the air fryer, but that's quite a bit more serious machine. But it is great for anybody who has an emergency. So a lot of people in the United States just went through the hurricanes. If you had this type of battery system, you'd be able to charge your phones, your laptops, and a lot of basic stuff, which is really actually helpful. It's really designed for emergencies, off-grid living, and also for camping. If you're a camping enthusiast, this is great to have because it has a light on the actual thing.
Like a flashlight.
Like a flashlight. It has multiple types of plugins, so you can plug in USBs, you can plug in C, like a C cable, and you can plug in a actual surge strip. And this gives you the opportunity to basically power everything that you need when you're camping. Or if you're off-grid, you can even power your power tools. And I quite like that idea because you can charge it from the sun, and then you can charge your batteries, and then if your electricity isn't great or non-existent, if you're off-grid, you can use your power tools without having to run mains line all the way out to your property. Or if you're a little bit unsure about your internal electricity, like here in this house, then you can do it all completely off the grid. And I can use my power tools. Most of them are battery operated, and that's really nice because I can charge up my batteries. And it takes about 2 to 3 hours to charge fully in good conditions if the sun's out.
And you can also charge it just plug it into your electricity. If you have good electricity, then you can plug it in there, as well as in your car. You can also use your car to charge it.
Yeah, so if you are camping and you drive out to a campsite, if the battery starts to go low, you can just turn your car on, charge it, and then you're good to go. And depending on what you're charging, obviously it can last longer or less depending on how much power you're drawing from it. We have had it fully charged, and it lasted like 2 or 3 days. You charged your computer once or twice, and then
and then a phone.
And then we charged our phones a couple of times, and so it's pretty useful. I would say if you are looking to buy something like this, you can check the discount code that we have in the description.
Yeah, check out the products and...
Yeah, let us know if this is something that you would use, because right now we're in this kind of... it's a little bit strange right now.
And eventually we will, to get back to our situation, we will update everything, obviously. We're going to move a lot of things on their separate breakers. We're not going to have only 4. There's a space for a lot of breakers in our main box. So we really want to have each room and certain big appliances on its own breaker.
So like our washing machine will be on its own breaker, probably our hot water heater, because we're going to get an electric one, be on its own breaker, or they'll be on the same breaker, just 2 appliances, because you don't normally use them at the same time anyways. And yeah, then each room will be on its own breaker, which we have space for it. We'll just have to get an electrician to install it and run the cables. We also have most of our cables on the outside of the walls right now, because when they wired it in the 50s or 60s, they didn't actually drill into the plaster or the wall and embed them. So we are probably going to do that, because that's kind of the standard way to do it. We'll obviously have to talk to the electrician and see how much that would cost.
And what the possibilities
and
are.
Depending on the stone walls, if you can even like drill a trench into the stone walls.
I kind of like the cables on the outside, because I feel like it's kind of the charm of the old house, but it's also maybe a security, safety issue. So we'll see. We'll see.
There's a lot to do with our power, but like we said, this was just a little update on what's been going on, especially since we've had a lot of rain recently, and we saw like the outside power kind of sparking. And we thought it was also a great opportunity to introduce ALLPOWERS and talk about their product, which they sent us and we're really grateful for. So check it out, and we will see you in the next video. Don't leave comments.
Do leave comments.
Okay, if they're nice, but don't tell us we're going to burn down our house. We already have enough negative comments. We're doing the best we can on the budget and the ability that we have. And everything has to be redone, so everything takes time. We will get the electricity sorted. We are being safe. I don't feel at risk. Like we said, we're turning off the power at night, and whenever we leave the house, we're turning the power off. And we're not running many things at the same time. And now that we have a little battery, we can charge things like computers and cell phones from there, which means even less will be coming from the actual power grid. So yeah, leave comments. I'm just being silly. Hope that you guys enjoyed watching this.
Yeah, if you did so, give it a thumbs up, because that really helps the video. Leave a comment, that will also help, and share it with your friends. Or
with an electrician.
Share it, because that really helps us, and it tells YouTube you like these videos, and it will push our videos out to a bigger audience.
Which would be great. Yes. We can get more people in here supporting the community and talking and helping us with things. Because we do read the comments, and we do take suggestions if we think they are doable or useful.
So see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.